Yeah, so good morning, and this time we are going to discuss on chemical bonding. The topic is chemical bonding. You know, why elements react, right? So, atoms of element undergo undergo chemical reaction or chemical bonding or for bo- so atoms of elements undergo chemical reaction or for bond formation to complete their octet octet or duplet duplet in case of hydrogen, or for get to complete their octet or duplet in case of hydrogen, to or for s- for is stable 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 electronic configuration of nearby inert gas, or to get this electronic configuration of nearby uh, mm, noble gas by nearby noble gas nearby inert gas, and it is by two methods. This bond formation is of two methods, one by losing or gaining electron, one by sharing electron. And by sharing electron, by um, due to this this charge develops on atoms, due to by losing or gaining electron. Due to this charge develops so-called electrovalent compounds or electrovalency. Electrovalent compounds like potassium is having electronic configuration 2881. It loses one electron and get 1 unit positive charge. And say chloride is having 287. It has 7 electron in its outermost shell. It loses one electron, and it loses one electron sorry, it gains one electron and get negative charge. Potassium loses one electron, chloride gains one electron, so potassium get positive charge, chloride get negative charge, so K plus Cl forms potassium chloride. It is an ionic compound or electrovalent compound. It is electrovalent compound, and now we are having sharing of electrons. Sharing of electron is of one is sharing of electron is basically hydrogen has one electron in its outermost shell, so hydrogen takes one electron from another and another takes with the first one, so both get two electron in its complete their octet and form single bond. Electrons form single bond. Oxygen has 6 electron in its outermost shell, so both oxygen atom share two electrons among them, two electrons among them. So this oxygen atom has two electrons. This oxygen atom takes from two electrons and they get oxygen oxygen of double bond. So in both these atoms electron charge density is same, so they are non-polar covalent bonds because polarity does not develop among these atoms of element. These atoms of this is called bond. It is known as shared electron pair. This is called shared electron pair. This is called shared electron pair, and this is known as lone pair. Lone pair. So lone pair so shared electron pair takes part in bond formation. Shared electron pair takes part in bond formation. Shared electron pair takes part in bond formation, and lone pair do not take part in bond formation. 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 Right. So this much we have now. This is hydrogen atom. This is another hydrogen atom. Both have one electron in it, this outermost shell. First takes one electron from another atom and complete their duplet, and second atom takes one electron from first atom and complete its duplet. So hydrogen we have single bond. Now oxygen has 6 electrons in its outermost shell. So 6 electrons in its outermost shell. So it will have it will have you know this is this one atom has taken 2 electrons from another atom and this from another atom. So we get oxygen oxygen double bond. There is two bond formed and in case of nitrogen there are 5 electrons in their outermost shell. 5 electrons in its outermost shell. So now it is 5, right? So 5 electrons in the outermost shell. They take they form 3 bonds, n triple bond n. So this is what we have, non-polar covalent bonds, because both the side electron charge density is same. So this is shared electron pair, this is shared electron pair, this is shared electron pair, and this is shared electron pair, and both side electron charge density is same. Both side electron charge density is same. A shared electron pair take part in bond formation, and these are lone pairs. Lone pairs. Lone pairs say they do not take part in bond formation. 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 And for covalent bond, we for covalent bond they need 2 electrons, which comes from 2 different atoms. Chemical bonds for a covalent bond, they need 2 electrons, which comes from 2 different atoms, or this kind of bond are this kind of bonding known as non-polar covalent bonds. Since both side electron charge density is same, so this kind of bonding is known as non-polar covalent bonds, as both atoms have same electron charge density. have same electron charge density. So this is we have this is a water molecule. Hydrogen takes one electron, complete its two plate. Each hydrogen atom one, and oxygen takes one electron from both the hydrogen atom and becomes stable. So here for bond formation, these are shared electron pair, and since oxygen atom has um, two lone pairs, as oxygen has two lone pairs, so electron charge density is more of oxygen as compared to hydrogen. So element mm, then then hydrogen get partial. So oxygen has high electron charge density. It has two lone pairs, so those shared electron pairs shift little bit towards oxygen atom and get partial negative charge. So this partial negative charge, uh, or we can say polarity, develops. This kind of bonding is known as polar covalent bonds. This kind of bonding is known as polar covalent bonds. Since charges develop, bond polar polarity develops due to difference in electron charge density. Polarity develops due to difference in electron charge density. Polarity develops due to difference in electron charge density. Or number of lone pairs. These are polar covalent bonds. Now we have coordinate bond. coordinate bond is a type of a covalent bond. Coordinate bond is type of a covalent bond in which for bond formation both the electrons given by one atom only. So in this both the electron for bond formation comes from one atom only. In coordinate bond is a type of covalent bonds in which both the atoms both the electrons for bond formation comes from one atom only. No, nitrogen is reacting with hydrogen, so each hydrogen atom takes one electron from nitrogen, and nitrogen takes one electron from each hydrogen atom and complete its octet and in a stable condition. Now, but where this nitrogen atom gives its lone pair to hydrogen and form coordinate bond form coordinate bond. Both the electrons for bond formation comes from nitrogen only. Nitrogen only, and they form ammonium ion 1 plus. This is we call ammonium ion. Ammonium ion. So this is we have about chemical bonding. So for bond formation both the electrons come from one atom only, and that is from nitrogen in this case, so ammonium ion. Right. So if we talk about polar and non-polar and polar non-polar polarity is due to difference in electron charge densities. If there is no difference in electron charge density, then they will be non-polar covalent bonds, and if there is difference in electron charge density, then they are polar covalent bonds. And in polar covalent bonds there is a partial positive or negative charge, but in polar covalent polar covalent bonds are formed. Coordinates bond are formed just by sharing of electron from one atom only. So this much we have about chemical bonding as a brief. So I hope you understand this. So thank you.